Yes, people, all my life I've always ate the same foods. Every day I've been conditioned to eat chicken nuggets, pizzas, burgers, like all the bad junk food. This was just the normal for me. I remember going to school each day. I'd go to the shop and I'd always get a pack of Multi Buttons, or I'd get some strawberry laces. I'd always have a sweet and I'd always just eat horrible and I'd eat a bad diet. But this was what it was like. This was just a normal thing to do. It's everyone around me was doing it. But the problem that I was having, and everyone around me was having when we were teenagers, is like you'd have spots on your face, you'd like feel down, you'd have loads of mood swings, you'd have no energy. This was all like the symptoms and what was happening because I was eating all these bad foods. But I never knew that at the time, as it was just normal, like I said. But as I started to get into the gym, as I started to like try build muscle, to try get big and try like become someone, become a man, I struggled so much. Every day I was eating the same foods. I was having my chicken nuggets, like oven baked pizzas from Tesco's. I was having all that stuff, but I weren't making muscle. I was going to the gym. I was training. I was actually starting to become consistent with it, starting to become disciplined with it. But nothing was working. I weren't like making any muscle at all. Like I'd look in the mirror, I'd see no progress. Like I just was the same. And I tried bulking for so long. I tried to like consume as much as I could. I'd have loads of bagels, I'd have pizza, cookies, like a big pack of cookie dough just to try to get the calories in. But all this was doing, it wasn't making me muscle still. Instead, it was just like giving me spots. It was making me fatter. It was just like making me more heavy, just have more fat and more unhealthiness on my body instead of like the muscle that I was aiming and wanting for. But I never realized like the significance of food, how important it is to eat like real foods each day. As once I started to find my problem, once I started to see that the reason I weren't in the shape I wanted to be in was because I was eating these bad foods, I just started to change it. I just started to see what foods I was actually meant to eat. As my diet from the start was like cereal, Pop-Tarts, pizza, chicken nuggets. But I had to start to change it. I wanted to start to move more to these healthy whole foods. Things like oats, steak, chicken, rice. Like the healthy, like natural foods. I wanted to eat these instead. As I heard Eddie Abu for quite a long time, and I heard him speak about like how every food is shit, and he would say like every food, like fat-free Greek yogurt, all this different stuff, everything, even the things I thought healthy like granola, he was like cussing it out, saying how bad it was for you. And I was so like lost. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to eat at all because it was like there was nothing to eat at all. But I started to find my way over time. I started to just curve my way through this path to find the like healthy diet that was working for me. And to be honest, it was like if I told my younger self what I eat now, I'd be so bored. As like I don't have all that exciting stuff anymore. I don't have loads of cake, loads of cookies. I don't have none of that. Instead, it's just quite basic, it's quite fundamental, and it's quite simple. As for the longest time, like I'd eat a different food every day. Every day for dinner, one day would be quiche, another day would be like fish, another day would be pizza, fish and chips, like Chinese. Like I would just change every day, like what food I was eating. But now it's just a daily structured routine. It's something, I eat the same foods every day. I never literally switch it at all. Maybe I'll like have a bit more extra fruit, or I'll like have an extra topping with my food. But it's just the same foods most days of the week. So what I eat each day, I don't really eat breakfast. I try to wait a little while before I have breakfast. But when I am eating, the first meal of my day will always be eggs. It will always be like protein eggs, like a savory breakfast. As this like fills you up for your day, you're not hungry after. As I always found when I ate cereal, when I ate like Rice Krispies or Frosties, I'd have these and like I would have a lot of them, but I wouldn't feel full. Like my stomach would like stick out a bit and I'd feel a bit bloated, but I wouldn't feel like full like I do now. Because when I eat the eggs, like I feel like my stomach's full, but I don't feel like fat. I just feel like full and like tight in my stomach. So first meal of the day would always be eggs. And then the second meal of the day, it would be either like a minced steak or a red meat. I would have both of these in quite big portions. Like I'd have maybe like 6 eggs, maybe 8, sometimes 10. So I'd have a lot more than like the average person would eat. But I'd just have eggs. I wouldn't really have anything on the side. I wouldn't have toast. I wouldn't have anything like that. Just eggs by itself. And then I'd have mince as like my main meal. And I'd have like a pack of it. And like I'd cook it and I'd have this as well. And the thing that this made me do is I had to cook for myself. I had to be independent now and cook for myself every day and have a mince. As that's as you just don't like, you can't have a proper foods that are all pre-made for you in like a microwave meal or whatnot. You actually have to start cooking for yourself and have the independence to do that. But with these, it's like, it's quite hard to keep a consistent diet of just eating these two foods, as you're too like strict, you're too like bound down. So there always is days where I like allow myself to cheat. I allow myself to have something sweet. I allow myself to have like something nice. So like yesterday I had like a Milky Way, like a little Milky Way chocolate bar. The other day I had a jam donut. Like, I'll allow myself these things. But I think the best way to do it is to plan when you have the dirty things, if that makes sense. Like, look at your week and decide what days are you going to eat like a pizza? What days are you going to eat a chocolate bar? As if you just eat it whenever you feel like it, you're going to eat it a lot more. But if you have a set schedule, a set plan of what you're going to eat each day, it's like, okay, I'm going to treat myself with a chocolate bar there. I'm going to have some extra fruit here. Then when you have that schedule, you're more consistent with your diet and you stay stricter to it. So that's what I do myself as well. I'll plan what I have each day as well. But the main meals I'd eat were the eggs and the mince. But that was all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please drop me a message on Instagram if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.